Hello everybody, how's everybody doing? RJ here. So today's video is going to be a little bit different of format. We're going to read off a motivational poem I've created. We're going to read off them by line and tell you how they can help you in starting your motivation or just start you to doing what you love to do. So let's get right into today's video and dissect this poem. How's everybody doing today? Hope you guys are all doing well. So today we're going to read off a poem that I wrote down. I'm just going to, explain to you guys what I mean by it. And I wrote this poem a week ago, and we're just going to go through it, read some of the lines, show them how, it helps me, and maybe how it can help you as well. So let's get started. This poem I have named is called Struggle. So that's what it's called, Struggle. Here we go. Times are tough now, that I know. We just need to roll with the punches and see how it goes. So what I mean by that is that in the world we are in today, it's hard to express yourself. It's hard to, say to people how you're feeling and what to, deal with on a day-to-day basis. The big thing going on, as you guys know, the virus. We have a lot of injustice in the world. We have a lot of other things happening that's just, very sad and very sorrow that we have to deal with a lot. And, just every day, we gotta tell ourselves, we gotta get through this. We gotta live on and see how life goes in the future. Because if we give up now, we're giving up everything we worked for, everything we lived for. And I know a lot of you guys, especially me, have, felt like you want to give up. And it's okay to have those feelings of sadness. But controlling that emotion that you have, controlling that everyday sorrow or happiness that you have is the way to get better. You're never going to learn how to experience positivity and change if you're just going to stand around and not learn anything. That's not the way life goes. And I know a lot of you guys can do whatever you want to do and whatever pace you want to do it in. But if you just give up now, you're giving up a lot of your past. You're giving up a lot what you worked for. And it's hard for a lot of people to stay motivated nowadays, especially, like I said, with everything going on. So that's what I meant by that line. Just roll with the punches. See how every day comes. Some days are going to be good, some days are going to be bad, but you have to make them good. You have to try at least, to make them, say, hey, this situation may be tough, but I can work my way around it. The second line we have here, life before will never be the same. It's hard, but things shall change one of these days. So life before everything that happened this last year was very different. We didn't have to wear masks. We didn't have to, go out and be afraid to be with one another, to be afraid to be with family and friends. Nowadays we have to kind of be more cautious about that. And, a lot of people don't like the fact. I don't like this at all. I wish I could go out there and see my family every single day and hang out with them. But the way things are going right now, it's hard to do that. It's hard to stay happy. It's hard to stay positive during everyday events that's happening in the world. So what I say with this is that one of these days in the future, everything will change. Everything going on today will change. As the famous saying goes, this too shall pass. If you're going to have a rough day or a rough week, just say to yourself, okay, I have to make the best out of this day or the best out of this week if I can. It's not always possible, but if I can just make one change in my life or someone else's life that's positive and is reinforcing that positivity, that's all that matters. So that's what I mean by that line, is that one of these days things will change for the better and maybe for the worse. We don't know that yet. But as long as you try your best and, continue to go the extra mile every single day to get better, you will get better results in the future, whatever you're doing. And I promise you guys, it shall pass. Okay, I love my life and things have been rough, but I cannot say to myself that is enough. When I was writing this line down, I kind of cried a little bit. I had a little tear coming out of my eye because look at me. Look at all I've been through the last few months. I lost all the weight. I'm starting to gain muscle. I'm starting to finally be happy again, with everything going on in the world. There may be a dark world, but I'm the bright light surrounding the darkness. That's what I think about in this line. And you guys are that brightness. You're that bright light, beaming with all the other darkness around you. That's how you need to think about it. If you see darkness and sorrow, you're going to feel that energy coming off the outside. You're going to feel that external locus. But you yourself, you have to be that brightness that comes out in that darkness. That's how I see that with that line. If you say to yourself, I'm going to give up, I'm going to do everything I need to do to not do this anymore, that's thinking with a dark sense. That's thinking of with a negative sense. But if you're going to bring light to something and positivity to something, that's how you surface yourself. You're going to say, okay, I'm going to do it this differently. I'm not going to give up. I'm going to try a different route at this for this goal, and I will find a way to pass through. I will find a way to break that sadness, break that negativity. That's what I mean by that line. Obstacles, they'll stop you straight. Learning to override it is a whole different game. Like I said, if you have an obstacle, if you have a barrier that you're trying to cross and you're stuck, talk to somebody. Or better yet, look at yourself and think of all the things that's worked and all the things that haven't worked. Think of what you could do to get better at that point. It may not be the best thing ever, but if it's something that works and that's effective, do it. Usually the first thing that comes to your mind, you'll skip it and you'll wait for the second thing. But maybe you might not find that second idea. So if you go with the first one, see how it goes, you cross off the ones that don't work, and then you'll find one way, one type of strategy that's going to work for your negativity or whatever you're trying to do that day. So that's what I meant by that line, is that every day I try my best to get through something. It may be hard sometimes, but I need to find in myself what works for me, what screams out, do this, you can do this. And that's what you guys could do as well. I believe in all of you for that. Every day, I see people come and go, see them laugh and bury themselves in sorrow. I got a tear from this one again. It's tough to see everybody struggling. It's tough to see everybody suffering the fate of the world today. And I just want to help them. I want to help them find their happiness, find their groove in life, find what makes them happy every day. But I can't do that to everybody. That's the problem. So hopefully one of these days I can help more people besides myself. Only you can motivate yourself. But as long as I can inspire people to motivate themselves, I've done something right for that day. And that goes for anybody. If you see somebody on the street and you want to help, go help them. If you see somebody that needs aid, help them out. A simple smile or a wave to somebody would make their day. So that's what I meant by that one. Happiness comes with a lot of patience. My brain sees the adrenaline, it's always chasing. What I mean by this line is that a lot of the times you have to wait to find your happiness. Not every day is going to be sunshine and rainbows. Not every day is going to be, I'm going to be happy all day. That's just not possible. But if you see that adrenaline in your brain, if you feel that rush of energy saying, let's do this, let's run that mile, let's get that job interview, let's pass this test, that is what you need to chase after. That feeling of power and that feeling of good vibes and good energy is what you need to take into initiative. Whatever you're doing, you will get that adrenaline from something. I believe in all of you guys that you will do the right thing when it comes to that. And I believe in all of you that you will find your adrenaline. The next line, before I move on, I just want to let you all know, find your happiness and motivation in these times. It's the hard times that help us sometimes, to and fro. What I mean by this is that it's hard to find motivation. I get it. It's hard to find something that works for everybody. It's hard to deal with this every day. But as long as you try and instate that change you're making in your life, that's all that needs to be done in that moment. It's the hard times of life. It's the tough tests we take. It's the failures we encounter that makes us stronger, that craves positivity and craves success. Like I said before, failures doesn't mean you're a bad person or you can't get better. A failure means you will get better. It's a chance. It's a redemption to improve your life at that moment. Look at that failure and say, I got this. I'm going to take that failure and turn it to a success. With the time and resources I have, I will succeed. That's the mindset one should have when looking at failures. Negativity and positivity come hand in hand, but just remember this, positivity is in high demand. This one also brought a tear to my eye because I feel like a lot of people nowadays, they want to be positive, they want to be happy, but a lot of these people that want friends in their life, they don't want them to be negative all the time. They don't want to, deal with them in their life when they have their own life to deal with. So with a lot of people nowadays, they want that positivity around them. They want the good vibes to be sent to them. And that's what I want too for everybody. I want everybody to have their own positivity because It's hard to stay positive all the time, man. It really is. It's hard to wake up every day and say, it's going to be a good day today, and then something happens. So, finding that positivity is really hard. I will admit that for myself. So, if you can find that positivity, whatever you're struggling through, I commend you for that, and I am happy for all of you. Our next line. Not everyone will remember this poem I write, but I'll never give in and lose the continuous fight. Okay, this one hit me hard what I just read, because for all I've worked for all you guys work for, if you give up that moment, if you give up that chance, that opportunity, and you miss everything, you will feel terrible. You feel like you should have took that opportunity. And I feel the same way. This fight I go through every single day. I say to myself, what can I do to get better? What can I do to change my life and not be so negative and not be so mad at the world? And that's why I say to myself, what is my motivation? What drives me? What hungers my happiness? And that's when I say to myself, there it is. You found it. Go get them. Go tell everybody that you will do it, and nobody can push you down. Nobody can take your happiness from you. Only you can take your happiness to the next level. Remember that, guys. Just because someone says you're ugly or somebody says you can't do it, don't listen to them. Don't tell them that, because if you do that, you gave it up. But if you tell yourself, who cares what these idiots think? I'm going to do what I want to do every single day, and that's what I'm going to do. Always remember, guys, it's not them that can motivate you, it's you that can motivate you. You can choose when to be happy. You can choose when to be sad. That is what I'm talking about in that line. Never give up. Never say to yourself, I can't do it, because you can, and you will. Last line, guys. So do what you love and push your limits every single day. One day you'll look back and wonder, what a mark on this world I've made. What a path I've taken to get to what I need to get to. So what I mean by this line is that whatever you're doing, whenever you're helping somebody who needs help, whenever you're passing that test you're passing, whenever you're getting up every day and trying to be happy, you're going to make a mark on the world. You're going to make a stain of success on everybody. You're going to say, look what I did. Look what I achieved. And people are going to be inspiring to you. And you're going to be inspired to them back. And that's the good energy you're feeling, guys. When you're inspiring people to motivate themselves, that's a mark on the world. You're making a change that's not only positive, but it's a good change. It's a change where you could say to yourself, I did this. I helped people. But most of all, I helped myself. And that is how you encounter positivity and success. Every day, just trying to help yourself, just trying to get to that end point is what matters. And that's what I wanted to talk about in this poem, is that every day we struggle a lot. We try to get to that point where we want to say, I'm finally happy. I finally have inner peace with myself and what I'm doing. That's what this poem is about. So I hope you guys enjoyed the poem. I hope you guys learned something today from what I've said and what I've written down. This is a very emotional poem for me. And I just really, really hope you guys find your inner happiness, find your inner drive in you to do what you want to do. With that being said, I hope everybody has a great day. If you like these videos, like and subscribe. I want to make sure that's all my friends, all my family, all my fans of the videos. I love each and every one of you guys. And as always, have a great rest of your day. Thank you.